Hello, thanks for tuning in and welcome to the pool party. I hope you can swim because we're definitely diving into the deep end with a huge splash of truth, facts, evidence, information, and proof. Swim. Say what you mean. It's talk about talking. How we listen, how we hear, how we speak, how we hear what we're listening to when we speak, how a listener hears what we're saying, if what we're saying, what they're actually hearing and or understanding. Is it clear? Swim. Say what you mean. Well, that's just the beginning of understanding, because after we get that understanding, how do we accept it? How we respond if it's not what we expect is paramount. Are you okay with the truth? Are you man, woman, human, or spiritual enough to accept the truth? Let's find out. Welcome to The Swimming Pool with your host, Travis Bridges.
Bam! Good evening. Welcome to The Swimming Pool with your host, Travis Bridges. Yes, everybody, it is Wednesday, and that's my favorite day of the week. Not only because I have my live and my stream, but because, here I am. But because it's just the middle of the week. It just kind of sort of makes sense to me. And I just kind of get into it. Man, did Monday start off a little funky, but that's all right. I'm still here, and thank God for that. Let's see if I do it right. Okay, that way. Anyway, Wednesday used to be the night for my Boy Scout meetings. I used to look forward to that because that's where I really recall being like, what would the word I would say? Kind of, sort of, I don't know. That's the first time I began social skills. I was associated with, dealing with other people. I always played little league sports. Baseball, I was a pitcher and a catcher. I played outfield at one time. I played football. I played guard and tackle my first year as in recreation. And then by the time I was in the ninth grade, they had the nerve to tell me I had enough speed to let me play fullback. I thought I was somebody, and I just had this dream. Man, I still long for that. I think in my next lifetime, I'm going to ask God for the opportunity to feel what it feels like to score a touchdown. Oh my God. I'll never forget that when I was playing fullback, and I thought I would have that opportunity. And the closest I got to it was a nice long 15-yard run that had the crowd on their feet. And I was heading towards the sideline, going towards the end zone. And out of nowhere from south, just out of nowhere, somebody came and just bang, knocked me out of bounds and out of the game. Because I was hit like I'd never been hit before. I remember thinking I had a fractured hip. And after that, I kind of didn't have any more fullback days. But then I think in junior high, like my 10th grade year, I got moved to, I played linebacker also in that ninth grade. That's why they switched me. I was playing like defensive tackle and linebacker. And I'll never forget, Coach Blunt was whispering to Coach Pearson. He said, Bridges got a lot of power there. Let's try him at fullback. I'll never forget that. But then by the time I got to 10th grade, I was playing pulling guard. I guess I wasn't fast enough, so I'm okay with that. I started playing pulling guard, which is the position my son started out at Navy, and then on his second year, he switched to defense and was playing tackle and nose guard. Wow, that was an incredible change. I don't think anybody in the whole history of Navy started out on offense and then switched to defense. Well, maybe they have, but I don't know anything about it. But anyway, where was I? What was I talking about? Oh, Wednesday night. Yeah. Wednesday night, looking forward to the Boy Scouts, in addition to all the sports that I played as a little leaguer and everything else that I participated in as a youngster. from band. Band was like one of my favorites, man. I just made straight A's in band, and it had nothing to do with me liking to play the saxophone. I just think I'm just a genius and I make A's. Don't ask me what I made in math and algebra, though. That's another story. But anyway, let's get into it. Who's with me tonight? Tony Morrow is in the house, and I'm on at a different time. Nobody knows I'm on, and that's okay, because what I'm finding is this. I get a few viewers later in the week. My live stream from last week, which was entitled, "It Ain't Nothing But a Hard Thing," got 50 views. Now, that's nothing compared to the 30 million views that a famous video got a few days ago. I'm not trying to compete with them, but you never know. I have something to say, and I don't mind saying it, and I will talk about it if I get the opportunity. This is therapy for me. SWIM, SWYM, say what you mean. It all involves thinking about what you want to say and saying what you really mean and having it connect with what's actually coming out of your mouth. I can't be the only one, but sometimes I feel like I'm the only one that will hear or listen to someone, say something and then don't remember saying it, or say, well, I meant something else. Long story, I'm not going to get into that. However, this week, my topic is, how far is too far? And I want to go ahead and, I guess this is my form of a warning or an apology, or whichever one fits first, before I get into it, because I'm going to say something that could be taken the wrong way. And I'm hoping that I'll put my words together and say exactly what I mean, because I don't want to be misunderstood in what I'm going to say and what the message is I want to deliver as it relates to how far is too far, and when the bully has his or her day. So what I wanted to break down was this. We've all been bullied before, or perhaps some of us have been bullies, and either we have our day, or we are the one who, turns on the bully. But I guess what I wanted to get into had to do more with mental health as it relates to how far people can go. We all see it in the news. We all see it on the headlines. We all hear about it. How this person went to this place and did this terrible thing, likely against just innocent people. People could be at a public gathering somewhere, just minding their business, having their ice cream or pizza or whatnot. And then something tragic happens, and then you find out it's a person who's disturbed, that got as far as they could go, and that's the only way that they could be heard. And it's sad. I don't support that in any way. I don't support anyone, innocently being harmed or injured in any kind of way. But I do want to say this, which is what I was trying to prepare for, or maybe apologize in advance. And I hope this comes out right. Lord, help me with this. I can honestly say that after 50 long years of living, that I know what it means to have someone push you all the way to the edge till you reach that place where you say, if no one's listening to me, if no one's hearing me, if no one is paying attention, and I can't get justice or I can't get fairness, that, okay, I'm just going to take the risk. Oh, what should I do? I'm looking at my camera. I've got to fix this. Yeah, here we go. All right, I want to move in closer when I say this. Where you get to the point where you don't know what to do. And I touched a little bit on it last week when I was talking about a hard thing. Here's what I thank God for that I've been able to do. Be strong and not freak out at all, and do something or say something. Well, I might say something crazy, but to do something that I would regret. So I'm thankful that I don't have that fear myself that, okay, don't push me, don't push me, cause I'm close to the edge. I'm trying. Yeah, well, that's not me. I'm grateful that I've probably passed that point to where I will do something crazy myself. But I know for sure, and I'll just go ahead and say, if it wasn't for the grace and mercy of whatever you call God, I'm just going to say the inner righteousness within my soul that really does know better and has the I have the capacity to be. I don't want to use the word forgiving because that's not where I'm not that yet, but just have maybe a level of compassion for people who are just really not that smart, who are just greedy and who are angry and who are nasty and who just do nasty things, not just to me, but to other people. When people are nasty, I had a conversation. I've been participating, with school system a little bit, and I have the opportunity to interact with some students. And I had a student say one day, we were talking about respect and common decency. And I'll never forget, the little girl said, well, if someone disrespects me, I'll disrespect them, right? I was talking about being respectful. And I said, no. And she's like, well, why? If they disrespect me, I'll disrespect them. And I said, no, you don't lower yourself to someone else's standards by disrespecting. I don't think we should ever disrespect anyone. And I remember saying, now, I would advise you to always protect yourself and protect your space. That's not the same thing as losing respect for yourself or respect for someone else. So, and she was saying, well, what do I do if someone disrespects me? I said, that is the time you might need to reach a little deeper and show a little compassion. Because people who disrespect other people, I remember the passage in the Bible. I'm not a scholar, but I did a lot of Sunday school time. I did some time. So when I tell people I did some time, it doesn't mean what that means. I did some time in Sunday school and Bible study. I just recall hearing stuff. I retained some of it, and like now it just comes. But I remember when what was I talking about? Lord, don't let me lose my train of thought. I was on to something hot. I was talking about protecting yourself and showing respect and showing compassion. I think I did lose my train of thought. Let it come back to me. Showing compassion for people who treat you wrong. You just can't do that same thing. Again, eye for an eye, tooth for a tooth. I'm not talking about that if that's what you do and that's how, that works in many cases. But many times, people who are, I'm just going to use disrespect for a baseline. Those people are not smart. They've had probably a rough childhood themselves, obviously, and they just don't know what they're doing. Don't get me wrong. As I said to the kid, if someone disrespects you, by all means, protect yourself, but learn what it means to defuse, situations, and never, ever find yourself disrespecting another person because, people do have a turning point and they will, maybe not everybody is, perfect like me, and can refrain from tripping out or freaking out. Then again, who knows? Maybe I don't know my breaking point. But let me just get off of that. The point I want to make is, when people are nasty and mean and they're doing nasty and mean stuff, let's not return that fire. Let's find a way to breathe and let it go, because two wrongs don't make a right. And if you have it in you to be the bigger person, was it Michelle Obama said, when they go low, you go high. It's very difficult to do, and not everyone can do it. Only a very strong, smart, handsome, good-looking, intelligent brother like myself, can do that. But, you know, it's not easy, and it hurts, you know, when someone does something that just makes you sad and makes you cry, you know, and you look at it. And then, like David, I'm quoting the Bible so much, he had the opportunity to get Saul. But you know what? That's a perfect example. Thank you for that segue, Lord. He had an opportunity. When you get the opportunity to dog somebody back that dog you, don't always take it. Have that compassion for those who spitefully use you. And I will close with saying, vengeance is mine, thus saith the Lord. You know, we can get somebody back, and we might, you know, teach them a lesson in some kind of ways. But there's no payback like, one, living your best life, and two, allowing karma to just do her or his thing. Is karma or he or she? I'm going to say, I think karma is a she. Yeah. Allow karma to do her thing. And if you can be strong enough inside to allow karma to do her thing, you will reap the benefits of the discipline it takes. Just like anything else, if you have the discipline to eat right and exercise, your body will show it. And it's a beautiful thing when you can get into those pants that you couldn't get in last summer. You can finally get in. Well, that same thing happens. You know, wow, I'm quoting the Bible so much. The Bible says that he'll prepare a table before your enemies. You know, people who treat you wrong and then don't apologize, their day always comes. It always happens. I know what I'm talking about. So with that being said, I have a video that talks about, you know, this is a video that I saw. I know this video was at least 15 years old, if not longer than that. It's when I first started, you know, checking out social media, and I remember seeing this. It warmed my soul to see this. Now, the kid that got his day in this video, I wasn't happy that, you know, the kid was hurt or harmed in any way. But there is something inside of me that had compassion for the kid. But there was a side of me that says, wow, how can I be sad about karma? I can't have a place in that. I'm not going to feel guilty because I watched something happen that is on its way. And, you know, I'm going to be the first to say, if ever I'm wrong, please give me the opportunity to apologize and fix it. You know, I don't want, you know, that's why I think there's, you know, forgiveness. I'm even talking about it. You know, show some mercy for people. And I'm going to speak for myself for just one moment. You know, if I do something wrong, man, I want to fix it as quick and as fast as I can. And I always say this on my live stream. I don't like being proven wrong, but that's when you learn. You know, I like to think that I'm making the right decision when I do and say anything that I do and say. But whenever I am proven wrong, it's a good day for me. I don't feel bad and feel like, okay, I've got to deny something that I either did or said. But with that being said, I'm going to play this video. I'm probably going to play it twice. It's short, but you get the message of what I mean when I talk about, you know, the bully having, you know, his or her day. And I want to say this also before I close. Mental health also has a place in that. We have to be careful. Not everybody is strong. Not everybody knows how to deal with trauma when they experience it. Over time, when you get sick and tired of going through things, you have that day sometimes where we just, you know, explode. And I'm not, is the word condoning? I'm not condoning that at all. I'm not saying it's okay to do that. We should all maintain a healthy level of control. That doesn't mean suppressing your feelings and, you know, having something eat you up inside. But we must be wise when it comes to responding and reacting. And when you get to be as old as I am, you learned a few things along the way. And that's all I'm going to say. I'm going to play this clip. I'm going to come back and I'm going to say good night. Okay, so let me find my clip and I'm going to play it for you. Tell me if you, now I'm going to say this. I don't want to say I enjoyed this because I didn't, but I don't know how I felt. You tell me how you feel about watching the bully get what's coming to him. You ready? Okay, stand by.
In Australia, a bullying victim has become an internet hero after he turned the tables on his tormentor. Take a look. It was all caught on tape on Monday. Casey Haynes, the bigger boy on the right, is seen being punched several times by a smaller boy. Suddenly, though, Casey then just body slams the other boy and sending the other boy scampering off. The video's gone viral, and a Facebook page supporting Casey has more than 45,000 fans.
Now, it's just amazing because he hit that boy in his face and he had his little cheerleaders around him supporting it. Where is the friend that would say, hey man, don't do that. Don't do that to this kid. Why would you do that? Would you want someone doing that to you? Do unto others as you would have them do unto you. And don't do unto others as you would not have them do unto you. Where were his friends? And of course, I wonder where they were when he was getting up hopping. Let's watch that one more time, and I'm going to let you go. In a nutshell, we have to learn to be more wise when it comes to responding and reacting. Let's not return fire with fire. Again, that doesn't mean be a doormat for anyone. That doesn't mean don't protect yourself, because I will be the very first to stand up and handle my business if and when I have to do it. However, when I see stupid people, I have to take a breath and say they don't know any better. Like that little boy, he didn't know any better. So I'm gonna play it one more again, okay? I'm gonna watch it. Y'all wanna watch it with me again? Let's watch it one more time.
In Australia, a bullying victim has become an internet hero after he turned the tables on his tormentor. Take a look. It was all caught on tape on Monday. Casey Haynes, the bigger boy on the right, is seen being punched several times by a smaller boy. Suddenly, though, Casey then just body slams the other boy and sending the other boy scampering off. The video's gone viral, and a Facebook page supporting Casey has more than 45,000 fans.
He walked off like a boss, didn't he? I don't want to say I enjoyed that, but it's too bad, when someone have their day, With that being said, thank you for listening to me. When I come here on Wednesday night, hump day, I'm not here for listeners or viewers. I'm here for myself. I'm a big, strong guy. I'll never forget one of my colleagues said to me, God had to make you a big, mean-looking guy because he put such a kind, loving heart inside of you. And maybe I am, kind, loving. I might be strict. I'm accused of being strict. One of the kids called me strict today. And I was like, I'm not strict. I'm just disciplined. Let's look up discipline and strict. That's another story. I'll tell you about that. Anyway, hope your New Year's off to a good start. Hope you're already making great strides and improving the you that you were, not just last year, but yesterday. We always want to get up and make the best out of each and every day. This is the day that the Lord has made. Don't just rejoice and be glad in it. Do something with it, something productive, okay? To that end, find somebody's baby that you love and that you need to say, I love you too. Don't just say it. Show it, mean it, and let it be true. I love you guys. I really appreciate whoever you are. And be nice to people, even when they're not nice to you. But always, always protect yourself. Good night.
SWYM. Say what you mean. As much as this information is designed to bring awareness to how we listen, hear, and process, it is also a form of therapy. The little person inside of all of us needs to be heard. As adults, even listening to ourselves is a form of healing, strengthening, and growth. It's okay to speak, talk, express yourself, and be heard, even if you're the only listener. If our testimony does anything at all for anyone else, that makes the continued effort worth the time. Get the words out. you'll feel better. And that's a promise. Thanks for tuning in. We really appreciate it.
You know, sometimes it seems like all the good times are gone. But you got to keep on searching. You got to keep on keeping on. Keep on keeping on. For example, take me standing right here today. I would not be here with you if I believed the things that the people say. You got to keep on searching. Keep on searching. Keep it on the cool side. Keep it on the cool side. Keep on moving.